Guilin has long been a popular tourist destination, and much investment has created a vibrant and interesting city centre with some unusual sights. These pagodas may look the part, but they were actually built in the year 2000. There's also plenty to see nearby. The Reed Flute Cave, for example, has to be one of the most spectacular public attractions of this kind on Earth. Coloured lights and pools of perfectly still water produce mind-blowing reflections in this cave. You really do feel like you're visiting another world. You'll also find this place in Guilin, known as Fubu Hill. This part is called the Pearl Returning Cave, and it hides this huge stone pillar hanging down, known as the Sword Testing Rock. So named because General Fubu of the Tang dynasty supposedly sliced through this pillar with his sword just over 1,000 years ago. The Buddha carvings here too are pretty impressive. The next morning I headed out on the water again, but not the Yangtze. This time I was sailing on the Li River, a real jewel in Guilin's crown. The limestone outcrops along the Li between Guilin and Yangshao are a national treasure. Our journey took us around 4 hours, and as we got nearer to Yangshao, our destination port, the view just got better. The landscape here is prehistoric and indeed quite unlike anything I'd seen before. I thought it would make a rather good set for a dinosaur movie, and after an excellent lunch, a man came round with a bottle of wine that was just as beastly. Snake wine is drunk in this region for its medicinal properties, said to help alleviate rheumatism. But I decided after a sniff that I'd probably leave it. We soon arrived in Yangshao, and the local cormorant fishermen were standing by for a photo. Believe it or not, these birds are trained to dive down and fish for the fishermen. Yangshao is a very touristy town, and every make of fake handbag and designer watch is available here. But the restaurants are excellent, and the shops a joy to explore. That night, I went to the Third Sister Li, or Li Sanji, show, and it really was an utterly unique experience. The performance venue on a riverbank surrounded by 12 mountains boasts 2,000 seats from which the audience can see for over 2 kilometers into the distance, and as if that weren't enough, it involved 600 actors. Though I couldn't understand a word, it was a sight I'll never forget.